Yeah, I mean, if you want to type, just type a little softer.
No, like I said, I'm no longer going to be typing.
Okay. You're going to end up doing something with your computer.
No, just my phone.
You do? Okay. Still type gently there.
I can hear you keep trying to push in that type gently. Well, I've ignored it. So
Okay. All right, cool. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Anime and Opposites, and I'm here as usual with my host Uforo, and today we have a special guest actually, and his name is Kekes, and we might be having some off moments where we call him Kekes because
where you call him Kekes, I'm going to call him Kekes.
Oh, we both know you make mistakes, so let's see. But yeah, let's
his name is Kekes.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Jola. Thanks for and guys out there. I mean, just don't take Ramiel's excitement at the start of this podcast as an indication of how things are going to go. Because she just went, "Hey guys,
we have a first.
Come on,
we have a first.
Come on,
we have a first.
We have our first blunder. You just called me Ramiel. You didn't even notice, you know.
No, you didn't notice. It was one of those ones that we just rolled off his tongue immediately.
He just as in.
So, and the funny thing is that we just both paused and allowed him to just continue talking. But don't worry, guys. This is podcasting. It happens. You know, we've built alter egos. So when we bring people that know our natural self,
yes, your class.
So it's now me. It's not me they're exposing well, like exposing.
The only thing we'll do is that we're just going to drop your address. We're going to tell people your phone number, all the things. We're just going to tell people where they can find you, your
NIN, Facebook, your BVN, your NIN,
everything.
Wow.
We'll send them your IP address as well for the people abroad. Anything they need.
Right. I'm sorry, Jola.
welcome to the podcast.
We're gonna beep that thing. We're gonna beep it. But yeah.
Actually, but welcome to the podcast, Kekes. Yeah, welcome.
Thanks,
so we have a few icebreaker questions for you.
Fire away.
Go on.
Sorry for interrupting. Before we get into that, I just also want to mention that Kekes is on a different podcast, so I guess he's not a newbie. So please. He can tell us.
Can you give us plug it up? Tell us a little bit about your podcast.
That's true. So it's a Naijas Geeking Out, and I deal with a group of other chaps, and we just talk about comic books and kind of pop culture, but it's very comic book focused. So we talk about like series that are based off comic books, like Superman and Clark. Or, we talk about Invincible. It could be animation based off of comic books. But we're just basically like four comic book nerds that we knew each other before we started the podcast, and just thought, you know what? We've been talking shit about this podcast for a while now, about these comic books for a while now. Let's actually record this and put it out there. So that's Naijas Geeking Out.
Yeah, that's actually nice. I'll definitely check it out because Jolan didn't tell me about it. So please.
Are you joking? I have referred to them on our podcast, so don't even try it. I've referred to them. I didn't say them. But I
yes,
you see,
July was casual. It was
casual. Because I didn't tell you guys, so I didn't want to like.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
I've never even said your name because again, I didn't.
Yeah, exactly. It was casual. I could catch it because I knew you were referring to me. And stuff.
You see, I didn't know. Yeah. Now I know I have something else to listen to. At least I'll be able to learn more about comic because I'm not there. I don't think Jola is, and neither am I so heavy in the comic book world.
Comics,
so it's nice. I can even see the background, your posters that you put up.
So I'm heavily into it. You know what? And Uforo, I think just a quick one before we really dive into it. I want to personally thank you for your insights into Amber,
I know where you're going.
conniving, manipulative.
Oh, you're the one. You're the one.
He's the one.
Yes. I got Jola was defending this chick. I was like, are you serious? At some point, I just had to just log out. I was like, this girl is not serious.
She's not serious. Come on,
I said at the beginning.
Don't even defend it.
No, if you see,
no, because you guys were making it seem. You guys, I'm sorry. You guys were making it seem like it is only her and he had nothing to do with it.
No, that's not what we said.
They both have issues. I said
hers are too much.
There are some people that bumble along the road when they are walking, so they are clumsy.
Exactly.
Which is what he is. He's clumsy.
Yeah.
He just bumbles. He's not falling into the situation.
Yeah.
She knows.
She was setting traps for him. She was basically setting traps for him.
She's aware. I'm going to catch you. That kind of thing that is. And that is where the problem lies, that you are aware of what's going on and you're sure. And what she did in the last one was
in the last, I can't even. Yeah,
sure.
She showed everything.
Sure.
Showed everything. But yeah,
okay, I just wanted to just agree with you. On that
Thank you, Kekes. Thank you, Kekes.
I hope you guys are happy now.
Yes, we're very, very happy. Yes, Amber is who she is. I don't want to use the B word, but yeah.
But she is.
I've already used it already before. So,
he said a lot of things too. Don't worry, you don't need to feel bad. Kekes has said all manner of things.
I agree with. I stand by it.
I stand by you, brother. I stand by you too. So, back to we just had to cover that. Us agreeing. So back to our introductory questions to know more about you, so that the people know who you are and how things like that. So I'll take the first one. What was the first anime you watched, or what got you into anime?
I think the first one that comes to mind for some reason, and I'm pretty sure it's not even the first one that I watched, but it's the first one that really stuck with me, and that's probably Ninja Scroll.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Ninja Scroll stuck with me, but I think in actual fact, the first one I saw was Fist of the North Star.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I still haven't seen that.
That's a good one.
I know it is.
Fist of the North Star is the first one I saw, and it blew my mind because I was like, "What is this? Like this guy's punching people and their heads are exploding." I was in secondary school. I still remember. I was like, "What?"
Fist of the North Star is a really, really good one.
Yeah. So that was the first one, and and this is a bit weird. So I would keep rewinding because it was on videotape, right? So I think what happened is somebody borrowed it from a video club and then dubbed it. Yeah.
Oh, the video club.
Video club. Can you imagine, guys? There was a time
video club.
We would go to a place. We'll pay money for them to give us a tape. We'll get a
videotape.
Oh, and when you spoil that tape and you have to return it, that's the problem. You have to use and try and get it to align whatever.
To start all the wind up tape in there.
Yes. Because of video club, I learned how to unscrew the VCR.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Then carry mentholated spirit and clean inside.
To use to clean inside.
Then sometimes when you don't have mentholated spirits, you might think, would I use Dettol? Can Dettol work? Is it possible?
It was actually Fist of the North Star, but what held me was Ninja Scroll. I mean, Ninja Scroll was just...
Ninja Scroll was amazing.
Ninja Scroll. Sometimes I think to myself that, and when I speak with people, a lot of people recently, I've been talking about anime, and everyone, especially the anime heads, they like to go back to the past. They talk about Cowboy Bebop, Feast of North Star, things of the old, and it's like, it makes you feel like I need to... all of a sudden we keep trying to watch the new ones, but sometimes I want to just stop and go back and watch those old ones. The only problem now is that obviously the animation, the way it's drawn, is quite difficult. It's quite difficult to watch, but it's the story. The stories were really good. Yeah, everything was really good, and if they make remakes, I think it'll be awesome.
I agree, 100%, 100% on both points.
So, Jola, do you want to take the next question?
Next question.
Yeah. Okay,
Jojo.
So what's your...
I like Jojo, We should maybe start calling that Jojo.
No.
Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, not Jojo. Okay, go on.
Oh, God.
All right, go on.
Yeah. So do you have a favorite genre or a few genres you like? Slice of life, shonen, whatever?
So the thing is, because even in shonen there's sub genres, right? You know, you have the sports ones, and then you have the action ones, and then maybe the racing ones. Um,
Yeah.
I think action adventure stuff like I'm very into like swordplay stuff. So
Yeah.
like the Bleach,
Yeah.
Right.
the
Samurai Champloo.
Samurai Champloo, exactly.
Yeah.
And I know I mean this is actually even embarrassing for me to say, and I'm embarrassed to say it now. But Afro
Right.
Samurai, that kind of stuff, where or
Yeah.
even
Ronin
Rurouni Kenshi, yeah,
Kenshi, yeah.
I was
Samurai X.
Kenshi.
or Samurai
Samurai
X,
X,
yes,
yeah.
yeah, I
Can you
love
believe that
stuff like
Jola
that.
hasn't seen Samurai X?
You know the thing about July is I just get
I'm
frustrated
not.
sometimes. There was something I asked her to watch recently that she said she hasn't seen, and I just actually I
No.
wrote her off.
It's
I just,
Castlevania. I know. I'm
oh, it
going
was
to.
Castlevania. It
I'm
was
going
No,
Castlevania.
no,
to.
I can even
Yes.
forgive her for
I'm
Castlevania because
going
Castlevania
to.
is actually
It's fine.
is not so
Newish.
Newer.
old, it's newish.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you can
yeah,
say you have time, it's on
yeah,
Netflix, you can watch it all
yeah,
and all that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Yes.
yes, some of the other things are unforgivable.
Whatever. Says this. Look. This guy that is talking
So-
has alienated a bunch of anime because he cannot relate,
Oh,
and
do
that's
you
why
do?
this question. Let me
Which
tell you.
ones? Which
This
ones?
question
Which
is
ones?
also
Which
a.
ones?
Do you watch
This
Slice of
question.
Life?
No, it's not my first choice. It's not my first choice.
It's
not my first choice.
let me finish because okay, Slice of Life is not your first choice, but you can also watch the more emotional anime, right? You can watch
Emotional with
you can watch
action?
those
With action.
emotional.
Thank you. You said
Just
exactly
emotional,
what I
like
said.
people
No,
are
just
just crying.
emotional. No action. That's what she said.
Emotional with
No, without
I didn't
action.
say
Ego
zero
action.
action.
No, wait. Don't forget.
But there
Jola.
are some
no,
with
Jola. No, Jola. Don't forget.
yes, there are some without yes,
No,
yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Jola, don't
Okay,
forget. Wait. Let me just say
Oh my
something.
days.
Jola, don't forget. I made a statement on a Slice of Life episode, and I
That you
said
needed to have action.
action.
You
And
cannot
that
watch
was the
alone.
only thing I said. Action.
Yeah.
I made sure. So let's remove the action because if it's
That
action,
is
I'll watch
because
it. If it's with action,
and that's
I'll
because
watch it.
when emotions comes, you will like
Okay,
you
so
will
now
just
let's ask Kate.
and move on.
Yes.
Remove
Okay.
the action, slice of life, just raw emotion. Tell
I
me
won't
yes
watch it,
or
I'll
no.
be honest.
Thank you.
Oh,
Just
so
like
you've
watch
not watched
You
not
would
watched
not.
any
No.
non-action
With
stuff.
that, I
wait,
won't watch it. Okay,
now,
wait. Okay.
wait.
No. To say I have not watched, I've watched one. I've watched this one that it was like the dude and the girl were in different times, but they were
That's the
talking
one
to each
that's
other.
that's the one.
That's the one I had to force this guy to
Aye,
watch.
but now
and I
I've
say
watched it
force
too.
because
But
I
I've
used it
watched
as a
it.
challenge.
But
It's
Otherwise,
nice.
he won't hear.
But I've
It's
watched
nice,
it
but
too.
it hasn't opened a whole new world for me that
Exactly.
I'm going to go out and look for stuff.
Exactly. So you see, someone else like me. Thank you. I'm not weird.
Yeah.
But you both need help. That's
To be
what
honest with you, I towards the end I struggled with Carol and Tuesday. Towards the end I struggled with that. I was like, okay, this thing is becoming
I'm
too
surprised you watched that one, but you even watched it yourself.
The art
This
was
guy
good.
will not touch it. He won't touch it.
I mean,
he
knowing-
will not touch it.
No,
you
knowing-
can't pay him money
Wait,
to watch
wait.
that Carol and
No,
Tuesday.
you said
so
Carol
that's
and
my
Tuesday.
problem.
Okay,
he
so
will
no.
just remove it like this. He cannot.
But we asked Kekes and Kekes said he needs he likes action.
Yeah, I need
anime,
action.
adventure.
He's more open than
He's
you.
likes
That's what
martial
I'm-
arts, whatever. No, but it's not about more open than me. He literally just said, "Have you watched any?"
It
He
is.
said, so wait. He said, "Have you watched any?" He said, "One." One is not really that much greater than zero.
Because my point is, if I was telling him, okay, dude, I'll give you some try this, he will.
No,
I have to walk you a bit more.
Wait. You say try this, but he would. I'm talking for him, but I believe that if
Okay.
you say try this, he would actually think, is there any bit of action in it? And if it's not, he probably
I would definitely ask.
you definitely need a little bit more and ask
Yeah,
you, okay,
yeah.
why do you want
Okay.
me to try it? What's so deep about it?
Yeah.
Okay. And my next
Okay.
question before we move on.
Okay.
Can
Okay,
you-
go on.
Cakes, can you? This is not the next icebreaker. This is still to do with this.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Can you? The word. No, let me not use the word relate. But can you? If you watch an emotional part in whether it has action or not, doesn't matter. If there's an emotional part, can you? Is the word empathize or can you get into it? Can it hit you?
Can you?
Yes,
Can you
yes.
Can you, wait,
Yes.
can you? So wait, no. Let's
He
forget,
cannot.
No, wait. Let's forget because
He
action.
cannot.
No. action is slightly different. Why is sorry? Can I just add something to this? A little bit of
Go
spice.
for it.
I related to Ace dying.
Okay, he doesn't watch One Piece, by the way.
Oh, okay. You don't watch One Piece, but basically
That's
Ace
another
is
problem.
or even let's go to Naruto. When the Tensukage died,
yeah,
I related to him dying. Like that was a moment, like this guy that's, even it was pretty.
Uforo, I cried last week. I was watching Demon Slayer movie, the train movie, and I was crying.
Thank you. Thank you. He cannot do any of that.
I'm not gonna shit.
He has no tear ducts.
Yeah, but
I cried.
But the watching Demon Slayer, that was like I told you, I can relate to the guy that is taking care of it dying. But I will not cry. Obviously, you already say I have a problem.
Forget the cry part. Yes,
but
but you won't.
Okay, relate. Okay,
it won't hit
but
you here.
I'm trying to say no. But
hit you here.
Yeah, but the relates that you were on about. So you said, and what I meant was more of this. Emotional attraction, relating, all this.
I didn't say emotional attraction.
That's what I was even talking about in the past.
Okay, you know what? Next
question. No, not emotion. So, okay, we will finish this one. I'll be sorry. Yes, next question. Sorry.
Yes.
You know what?
I'll
go to the next question. But you know what? Jola has found another guy that she wants to use as a yardstick versus me and say, "You are weird."
Yes.
You can do better. Look at him.
Look at your fellow man.
Yes.
So, anyways, okay, we've covered the cry because you just said you cried due to
I did. So, no, but my eyes were
but he hit you,
and I was not ashamed.
Yeah. No, it was emotional now.
There's nothing to be ashamed about.
It was emotional.
Yeah. I would
say it with your chest and don't mind this guy.
Don't see. I don't know. Even my see how she's laughing. Even my wife complains that I have a problem because I know that there's a movie I've just touch on it. I know there's a movie I've watched that was highly emotional, and I sat down. I was like, Uforo, this is the moment to cry that you've been waiting for.
This is it. This is the moment you've been preparing for all your life.
And I put my eye and I was like, cry. It didn't come out. Because I felt that way in my chest. I felt that way everywhere, but my eyes were not.
But the eyes didn't get the signal. The eyes didn't get the signal.
So give us like 3 animes that you're watching right now. That you would say, and like more recent that you're watching, maybe ongoing or something.
Yeah, like I'm literally watching them now.
Yeah.
So I'm watching. This has ended, but and this is my rider, so I don't know whether to drop it now. Yeah, let me go ahead. Let me.
Okay, keep
let me hold it.
Later. Keep
I'm hold it. Yeah,
hold it.
But
yeah.
I'm watching. I'm rewatching season 2 of Kuroku. I'm rewatching that.
Yeah.
I just finished season 2 of Dr. Stone.
Oh, I've not caught up to season 2.
I haven't touched that yet.
I've seen season 1. I started season 2 and I was like, I don't know. It was a bit difficult.
I understand. Season 2 was a slightly more, but once you get into it again, then you just get used to the whole, inventing and creating stuff.
Yeah.
What else? I think that's it. I don't want to say my rider now, obviously, because I'll say that towards the end. And it's not even a new one, but it's one I just stumble upon and I'm watching. I'm like, okay, this is good.
Yeah,
okay,
one of those ones that you rewatch again and you're like, oh wow.
I'm like, yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm ashamed to say, last week I saw. Was it last week? The day it dropped, Yasuke. And honestly,
it's awful.
Oh yeah,
it's terrible.
It's terrible. We've already destroyed it. It's terrible.
It's terrible. Yeah, I watched that episode. It's terrible. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, following up on what you're currently watching, would you say what's one of your favorite anime overall?
Of all time?
I would say your favorite ever. I'll just say one of your favorite ever.
Okay.
Because it changes.
You can give us 3 if you to make it easier.
Yeah. 3 of
3. Even 3 is hard, but okay.
3 is hard. Yeah.
3. Okay, I know this is a weird one. Haikyuu, the volleyball one.
Okay.
It's weird, right? I know it's an odd choice.
I don't know why you mentioned, but anyways, you understand why I would say why you mentioned it later today.
Okay. Because it feels like a ripoff of kind of all the other ones. Like they're all kind of
All the
standard.
other
I really like Haikyuu.
Yeah.
I really like
Yeah.
it as well.
I like it a lot.
It's good to know that you're into sports anime. Like, a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
am really into my sports anime.
Do you know, I legit tried watching a swimming one once, and I was like, okay, I'll come
Oh, is
back
it
to this.
free?
Is it free?
I can't remember. I don't know the name. I can't remember the
No,
name.
free was a bit too
I can't remember.
body
the name.
line.
Freeze.
Everybody
Yeah,
is
yeah,
sexy.
Freeze.
So it
I was
Fan
like,
service is too
it's
much.
I was like, this
yeah,
is not.
so that was what actually even pushed me away, because it was now like it was like glorifying the human form, which is okay, but it's dudes.
No, it was too much. It's just like, have you
I
seen?
like
there's
how you
one-
said it. Glorifying the human form, which is okay.
Did you see that? There's that girl one that they are using their butts and boobs to hit each
I would
other.
never watch
Kaijo
that.
or
I
Keijo
tried
or
to watch it once. I didn't understand
I would
what
never
it
watch
was.
that.
And I started
Don't
watching and
watch
I unclicked it.
Yeah. I've only seen a clip. It's the stupidest thing ever.
I
It makes
can't
no
watch
sense.
Just coming up for free, there is this rugby one that I tried to watch. And it
Okay.
felt like free as well. There was too much
Oh,
things
really?
going on. I was like, this is strange. Like, these guys are taking to a different level that I don't understand.
Almost
what's going on. So I
pseudo-erotic
just-
kind of, yeah.
Exactly. So I just
I
kind of like,
actually haven't watched Free yet, but I will. I will check it out.
Yeah, you
and
can.
see how I feel.
Exactly.
Of course, I know, because it's supposed to be fan
feels.
service for
I think it will
females.
appeal to you. Haikyuu, and honestly, I say this with no shame. Demon Slayer. I
no,
can't tell
Demon
you.
Slayer is really
There's
good.
no shame,
How-
of course.
There's no
Good.
shame in Demon
No,
Slayer.
because I've
But
been
it's
across people
of
saying,
all
it's
time.
hype. It's that I
Are you putting it
absolutely
of
love
all
it.
time? No, I'm not trying to say, all time, it means not really. Because
Everything.
Haikyuu and Demon Slayer are
Yes.
quite recent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want to go further back. I want to look at something that has some really intense. This is a weird one, and I don't even know if it's anime. Is Initial D? Is it anime? The driving one that they're drifting. It's a
Yeah, I
bit
know
weird,
the one you're
right?
talking about.
heard
I know
of
the
it,
one
I
you're
haven't
talking
seen
about, but
it.
I don't know
I've
if
heard
it's
of it.
anime. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
not
not so
sure. It's Japanese. It's a Japanese one, but I don't know if I would say go so far as to say it's anime. But you know what? Let's just put that on the table.
Yeah,
Just
let's leave it
because
on table, yeah.
Yeah, it's
So-
just a regular dude driving a regular car, but it's about drift racing.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
pretty cool. It's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
it
So I'll
really-
go with Initial D.
Yeah, I think those are interesting choices because when you speak to people
Very
and you
interesting
mention
choices.
top animes, you would not hear kind of a driving a sports.
Yeah.
Maybe
You
hear
will
Demon
not.
Slayer, but
You
Demon Slayer
can hear Demon Slayer,
but Demon Slayer
but
is
not
also
Haikyuu.
But
Yeah.
Demon Slayer is also quite
Sure.
recent, so people
Quite
would
recent.
people would
Remember
not
it,
go
it's
to
fresh.
it.
It's very fresh.
People would not go to it and say, but they'll say, it's too new. Like maybe it's not. You know how you say a classic? It's not yet
Yeah.
a classic. So yeah.
It's not
I
yet.
agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
If you're doing
if you
classics,
ask-
then definitely Samurai X is one of them.
Thank you, Samurai X.
Samurai
Do you know why? Do you know why Jola you would like Samurai X? Do you know
amazing.
why? Because Samurai X, I know you look at it and you're like, wait, the
I've
Samurai
looked
X
at it
has
and it doesn't-
Samurai X has a lot of emotions to it. It's unlike other ones that
Samurai
is
X.
straight up fighting.
Action. Cha 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 cha.
Samurai
I don't
X has
have a
a
problem
lot
with
of
straight
no. I'm
up
just trying to
action.
say no. I know you don't have a problem with straight up action. But I'm trying to say those emotions would be someone that you like slice of life. Those emotions actually play very well in Samurai X. There's a lot of emotions in it. A lot.
Yeah, some filler episodes, but you understand where it's. If you like One Piece, I don't see how you
Fillers
wouldn't
are
like it. To be honest, if you like One Piece, I don't see how you wouldn't like it. So I'll put Samurai X there.
Okay, also you that you've
Yes, go on.
you that you've seen
Number two.
Thank you very much. Like yes.
Thank
So
you
that's
very
the
much.
second time.
And she made so much mouth in the pre-recording, like,
She
I'm
did.
a perfect
I
person.
did.
Now look
I
at you,
did.
Jola.
I
Jola.
blame Kekes. I blame
Ah,
Kekes.
really?
He's the
Okay.
one bringing this. Yes.
I brought the energy. Okay, Clark Kent, go on. You exposed Superman now. Okay. hey, Clark. Hey, sorry.
Sorry,
Superman.
I didn't. Oh shit. Oh, sorry. You just imagine Louis just going, maybe talking on the news. So I'm just seeing Clark
Exactly.
Kent flying. Oh shit. Sorry.
And she's like, oh shit.
Go to commercial.
Just
Go to
outed him.
commercial.
He said, "Did you get that?" Oh, sorry.
Okay. Okay, Jola, what's the question you
Yeah.
have for Furo? Go on.
Yeah.
You had a question. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sorry, real quick, as you that you've seen One Piece and Samurai X, are they
No,
similar?
One Piece. No, they're similar. They're similar in the storyline, just that he's not really an underdog. So Samurai X is no underdog. Samurai X is Samurai X is like the baddest of the bad. Or the baddest of the bad.
Yeah.
That is trying to live a different life.
Yeah.
So you know that kind of thing that, you know how, look at something like Yasuke. They tried to go through that line. It's something like that. The way you think of this Yasuke's storyline, in a sense, apart from the girl that is a superpower,
it's such a fail. I mean, I just can't.
They tried to go through that guy that was at the top of the top and then living a kind of different nomadic life,
like a reluctant hero.
Like that. Reluctant. So that's how Samurai X is in a sense. So it's that kind of thing that you definitely know he can do
infinitely
more,
better.
But he does grow still. So
he does.
So he's different.
Give it a shot if you're going to think about classics.
Seriously, you enjoy it. It's really
definitely
good. You should put in your list of classics.
Sure.
That is not enthusiastic at all. But okay.
Yeah,
no. For real, no. It's not the first time I've heard. I know I have to give it a shot at some point.
This is
I know.
Kekes, Kekes.
Yes.
This is in 3 years from now. That's when she'll.
You make some effort first, and let's see. Make some effort.
You know what? You guys have to take homework. You have to take homework after this podcast, and each of you has to watch an episode of an anime suggested by the other person. Simple. Boom. Okay.
I can watch an episode. Simple. Is this guy?
I'll watch it. But let's leave it.
Okay. Let's. Yes.
I will give you
any other icebreakers.
You see how she's trying to give you something very difficult. But anyways, but let's continue. So I'll just I'll just bunch these two together because it's just a yes or no question. Subs or dubs, manga or anime. So
here's the truth, right, guys? This whole subs or dubs stuff. All of you guys that no, subs are best. I'm like, you guys can just go jump off something.
Okay. No. So you don't care. You don't care.
Do I not only care?
We finally are not on the same page.
If the subs are, if the dubs are good, I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna stress myself to be reading. Am I watching Korean drama?
But there are few dubs that are truly great. Some are great. Yes.
Guys, dubs. Dubs.
Oh,
wow.
Dubs.
Yeah, it is painful. Okay, wait. But I have to say, don't you think that sometimes, not sometimes, most of the time, 100% of the time, hearing that the way they say things in Japanese,
I agree,
is like is 100% the vibe of it.
I agree.
So that's what it is.
I agree.
But I'm not. Okay, go on. Sorry, continue.
No. I was going to say no. I completely agree. But I'm not going to go out of my way to say, when I'm watching this, then I'm like, when I'm downloading or when I'm watching, I'm like, pick Japanese, boom. Yeah. And I can't like, even when you guys are talking, right? The true acknowledgement of anime heads is when they are talking about the anime and they're like, oh, have you watched Jojo? And they're saying this in Japanese. I'm like, he has an English name. The English name is Demon Slayer now. I don't understand. Everyone are like asking each other the anime and they're saying this in Japanese. Like, are you guys mad? You mean, I don't know.
Okay, so you don't know the Japanese name for Demon Slayer?
I don't. Something Yasibi or something. Yasiba or something.
Yaiba. Kimetsu no Yaiba.
This is what kind of nonsense is this now?
But should I tell you something? Should I say something? I'll say something on this. I'll say something on this subs or dubs issue, and I'll say something on this subs or dubs issue in the sense that I find it difficult to watch any kind of dub, not just in anime, but even maybe if I was watching when you're watching Money Heist, for example. I found it difficult. I did end up watching it in dub, but I found it very, very difficult because I'm one of those people that symmetry is a problem for me. So when I hear you speaking English, but your mouth is doing something else,
but let's be honest.
For me personally, it kills me. So it's not. I feel like I'm out of loop and out of sync.
I understand.
So that's why sometimes, even when I watch some of these Spanish things or anything on Netflix. Yes. Or Brazilian, I tend to want to hear it in Brazilian.
But it's different.
Read this.
It's different with humans.
Yeah.
But with anime, rarely do their lips not sync now.
No. If you if you watch the dub, it's bad. It's really bad. You're like, and I think
I'm
yes, some dubs are horrible.
Maybe dubs have gotten better now, And then, okay, what do they do? Wait, what do they do in the English-Japanese situation? What do I mean by that? In the sense of, when sometimes they are speaking, by watching it in Japanese, obviously, we're reading it up. Then they now try to speak English, and is that funny sounding English? How does it sound in the double-dub version? Because, do you get it?
I actually don't know. Yeah.
How does it sound in the double-dub version? Would they overspeak the English?
No, I think they cut it out. They cut it out, and then the Japanese English comes in, and then they carry on speaking.
That's weird, because you're speaking. I'm speaking like, "Oh, how are you doing?" Then you're not here. Good morning.
I think that's how they do it. But I'm the dubs guy. Yeah. And what was the second thing? You said dubs or something.
Manga, anime. Anime, okay. So you don't read manga?
I pretty much know he doesn't read manga.
It's funny that you're into comics, but you don't read manga.
I don't.
How does that work?
How can I go and I'll buy something that doesn't have color, and then they'll say, "Oh, but if you want to read it, you have to read it from the back."
What about manhwa? Manhwa does have color.
I can't, bro. I can't.
No, but that one is that.
Manhwa, I can even understand.
That's why I said manhwa has color.
Manhwa, I can understand. I actually can. I can, but I've just never really gotten into it because it's very minimalist in terms of the dialogue.
Yeah.
So it's usually like guy going into this dungeon to fight people.
Manhwa is very, very minimalist.
I struggle with that. Yeah. But people that I have some friends who actually collect manga, and they'll have like the volume 1, 2, 3, and they're so thick, and they have to read from the
They are thick.
This is insane.
Yes, they are. They are.
So definitely anime for me. Okay.
So yeah, Kekes is still here with us, and then I'm gonna ask one more question, and then Jola is going to ask one more question. And my question for Kekes, if Jola is not, if the same question I have is going to be very, very weird,
very doubtful.
But my question for Kekes, you are married, right? So my question is, how does your wife feel about you and anime? Your love for comics and anime. Is she into it? And if she's not into all those things, she's not. So how does she feel when you introduce it? When she saw that, did she see that version of you from day one, or did she see it? And when she saw it, what was she like? This anime comic head guy.
You know what? I am or was able to balance it. Right? You know you can make anime sexy, but when you and your guys are talking and you're speaking Japanese, do you remember when Shushu did that thing and he sliced him in? The people now look at that. These guys are bloody geeks. You know what I'm saying? You go make the thing sound correct. You'll be like, man, that fight was awesome.
Yeah.
So you know when you're with your people, you can relax. But when you're outside, you have to just
you go package jam, man.
You go package jam. But she's not into it at all.
So
she's never watched.
So to just follow up, when you're watching your anime, do you watch it on your computer, not on the TV, on your own, and just chill in your own corner?
Are you telling me? Wait. So I'll now be watching Demon Slayer on TV. Water go come out from my eye. Then my wife would now be looking at me. Is this guy alright? No, I watch it coded on my iPad or on my laptop or something.
You know what?
Or when she's asleep, and I'll be watching it.
Asleep. That's what he did too. That's what he did too.
They do, and just go and watch your K-drama over there. Let me watch my Disney here.
You know, you have to know how to navigate these things. You can't just be pompous about it.
Did either one of you guys watch Castlevania?
I've watched Castlevania.
Okay, so did you finish it? You saw season 4.
I need to see season 4. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay.
There is an amazing, absolutely, probably the best action sequence I have seen this year.
Wow.
I've watched Invincible.
Wow.
So there's an episode that I think I watched it 3 times. And each time I'll be like, I was just somebody cannot be looking at you doing that and the person will have respect for you now. No, you just have to just do yourself codedly, and then later you just come and do chairman again.
Let me just buttress on that point. Did you watch what's the name? JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen. Did you ever watch it?
No, I never saw it. Is it good?
It's as good as the
okay, wait. Wait. It is good, but it has its chill, low moments.
No, but don't put it like that. Don't put it like that. It's good. It's good. It has its moments, like in the sense that it's, you know, but I don't
Okay,
think it
wait.
has its moments in the sense that it's low moments. There are no low moments. It's as good as
Uforo, like how many seasons is it?
only one season is out so far.
Are you joking? I'm going to
it-
watch this thing now.
So it's just this year. It just came out, like, Demon Slayer had first season, its own season
Last year, right?
So last year. So then I think the next phase of anime did come out. Then after that, in this last season, so maybe it's in the spring season or whatever.
Yeah, spring,
That's where,
spring, absolutely.
So the spring season is where JJK came out, and
how many episodes is that? How many episodes are out now? Sorry,
is it 24?
Are you kidding me?
It's that good that they had to do 24 episodes.
Wow.
It's that
okay,
good.
I'm going to jump on this. I'm so happy that I have something to recommend.
There is nobody I told to watch JJK, that Jujutsu Kaisen, that did not feel like, okay, this is one of the best anime. If you can say Demon Slayer is one of the best animes you watch,
what?
JJK is
Man,
on
this
that
is
level.
this is really big praise.
I'm not joking. You will not feel, you won't feel like,
Wow.
for chatted shit. No. You're not gonna feel like that, because it's good. Did you watch Naruto?
Yeah, yes, I did. Both Shippuden and the original. Yeah.
It's going to take you to that moment, those nostalgia moments where you're like, oh my gosh,
I'm very excited about this.
Is this what's going on? Like,
I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this. Okay. And I'm super glad that I have something that I'm going to watch.
Yeah. It's just one of those things that why I brought it up is because you mentioned a moment, and I said there was a moment in JJK. I'm not going to mention it because you've not seen it. That I was watching it, and my missus was beside me.
Yeah.
And I was watching it, and I'm like, then I went back. And next thing, after I've watched it like 5 times, I could feel
somebody looking at
me. Then I looked sideways and I saw someone in there watching me, like, what was going on? What was there in that moment that you felt like you had to?
I don't blame you. There are moments where you're just like, it's like watching Attack on Titan or something, and you're just like, and you're talking to yourself. It just looks like madness.
Madness, pure madness. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, on my own.
Jola, yes, your question.
Last question, is I don't know if you're like me and you listen to anime music, like the opening songs and the ending songs, the soundtrack.
Yes.
You are. Thank you. I am glad for this. Not
so,
that.
No. Can I tell you something? Can I? And sorry to interrupt you, Jola. I'm really sorry.
Sure.
Not only do I listen to it, after I listen to it, if I like it, I will go download them. On my phone now, there are some. I have some Naruto opening themes.
Yes.
I have
Yes.
and the last one I actually even got was Fire Force Season 1. There was one.
Is it like a rock thing?
Yes.
I might be the same one I have.
I can't remember. Yeah, I actually know the name of this group. The song is on my listing by the original group, a Japanese group of like 4 guys. What's the name? No, two guys. I do. I listen to it. If I like I'm going to go for it. And
Absolutely, I'm just like that. Exactly like that. Not that Uforo can't say, "Oh, it's something that is job," but he doesn't pay attention.
Yeah, he doesn't really care about it.
You see what I'm missing here? Can you see what I'm missing? I can literally go crazy about the music. It's awesome.
Yeah, sometimes it's that good.
It is that good. This JJK we are talking about has one badass opening song that I love.
No, the thing is normally,
and I'm like,
I skip.
But I can't go crazy with it. I can't.
I have to make mention of this. We're talking about JJK, and when I initially started talking about it, I could see Kekes was already getting excited, and now that Jola has mentioned JJK, he's like,
I'm so hyped for this thing. I'm so hyped. Oh yes.
Nah.
Okay.
So let's move into the. Guys, we had so much fun talking about this intro because it took.
It's been fun, honestly. I'm going to talk less now, so we can move on.
This just in.
So new Batman, the Cape Crusader animated series from this team is coming to HBO Max and Cartoon Network, so that's going to be nice. I'm happy that it's coming to Cartoon Network as well, so people can a lot more people.
I'm actually not happy it's coming to Cartoon Network because then that means they'll really PG it, but we'll see.
Yeah,
true.
We'll see.
True,
but nothing can get up to Invincible's level.
No, no, not that deep, not that deep. What's the next headline?
So the new Superman animated series, another animated series, My Adventures with Superman, starring Jack Quaid as the young Clark Kent, is coming. Louis and Jimmy work for Daily Planet, so that's what's coming out.
No.
You're done with Superman or something?
No. Tola, what do you think?
I mean, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Let's just see what happens.
Okay, yeah, let's see what happens. And DC is doing a lot. They've also announced DC is announcing an Injustice animated movie. So it's one of those next animated DC movies. So that's going to be interesting. So Injustice, is a mixture of all of them. So let's see how they make a good movie.
I think they want to start an Injustice franchise, kind of like, because there's a series of comic books that have been going on for about 6 years now. So I don't know if you guys know, but the basic story is that Lois Lane dies and then Clark Kent becomes bad.
They showed that in the game.
Oh, they showed that in the game as well. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah, sure. Let's see what it looks like.
Let's see what they do. Then Rick and Morty. If any of you watched it, I really enjoyed. I
never did.
So spin-off is coming to as Adult Swim.
I never did.
You see what I go through.
I absolutely love it.
You
absolutely love it.
Okay.
I'm not even going to talk about. I'm not going to say anything.
Don't. It's not like you've ever told me go and even watch it. So what are you saying? What are you saying?
I don't need to tell you to go and watch this.
Please don't.
What is the next headline?
So GTA 5 player, speedrunner unnamed, became the first person to finish the game without taking a single point of damage after 9 hours of gameplay.
GTA.
Wow.
Meanwhile, this GTA 5 seems like it's never going to
It's never ending.
It's never ending.
He finished the game without taking a single point of
damage. 9 hours. Wow.
Okay, that's really, really, really amazing. So that means while he was walking, while he was driving, while he was flying the plane, he never
while he was driving, nothing. I don't understand.
Nobody shot him once. Wow.
Very amazing.
That's amazing.
And he finished the game. In 9 hours. That's
even much more amazing because I know.
Actually, exactly, yes.
Yes.
I'm a guy unnamed speedrunner. You get no life. You don't try.
The guy tried.
He tried.
We're assuming it's a guy.
Well, we assume it's a guy.
It could be a girl.
I stand with you. I stand with the feminists.
No. Yeah, well done.
Anyways, let me not try. Let me not try and turn it around.
No, try and I was gonna say we may have meant guy universal.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, but I was just saying that, but I said let's leave it. Then Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania has begun filming.
Okay.
So let's see what.
That's part 3.
Ant-Man was one of those ones that is okay, but it wasn't like
I liked the first one a lot.
I actually like it.
I liked
like
it.
The second.
The second one was somehow.
I did not like. There were a lot of little things I didn't like about the second one, so it kind of built up. And it kind of came just before. I think it was Endgame.
Yeah, so it wasn't.
It wasn't a good enough buffer.
Come off the hype of Black
Infinity
Panther.
War. Yeah,
you come off the hype of all those ones, and then you come to Ant-Man.
Okay. So.
No, but it's not fair for them. They tried.
They tried.
Of course. They put effort in all their work. So
they did.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? I know this has nothing to do with the headline, but because we're speaking about it, let me just ask just one question and answer as quick as possible.
Yes.
Thor 1 and Thor 2. What do you feel about it? Just as quick as possible.
I like Thor 1. I think Thor 2 was. I like Thor 2 as well, but I think it was they failed in Thor 2. But I like Thor 1. I think it was an interesting.
Thank you. You like Thor 1.
Character that's very difficult.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Thank you.
But
I'm giving you a virtual hug.
Thank you. No problem. I just wanted to hear that. We will get into this much later. Maybe we will.
You want to debate me?
So then the final one, actually, this just even popped up for me as well. So it was actually very interesting. Snake Eyes, the G.I. Joe Origins first trailer, has come out, and I was like, wow, they've because I feel they failed in G.I. Joe, the 100% movie itself. So hopefully with tech now and a lot more things that you can do, they would not fail us with Snake Eyes.
Yes.
But were you guys surprised with the actor though? The person?
No, I already knew about the actor.
I wasn't.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was casting. So I was surprised. Yeah.
No, I knew about I knew about him, and I knew about Storm Shadow. Is the guy that does what's the name of that series, guys? Warrior. If anybody here watches Warrior.
I've seen Warrior. Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, but I know I want to.
Also, nobody should touch Kung Fu with a stick. That's what I'll just say.
Oh, I no, there's no way I was going to watch
it.
Don't touch it.
I haven't watched it.
It's CW and
it's horrible.
I'm not
I heard
it's horrible.
CW.
It's
horrible. I'm not going to watch it.
CW, I don't know what, but seriously, and now I'm scared for Powerpuff Girls because that was horrible. That's what
it's Powerpuff. You are scared for what's going to be bad. Powerpuff Girls is going to be bad.
No, but we have that nostalgia thing, so we have to check it.
Guys, they said we'll watch it. We'll watch it.
We'll watch it. Yeah. CW, CW are the new Sony. Let's move on. So,
love it.
All right.
Jola, your turn.
Yeah. So IGN, this is a quick one. IGN put out a Twitter poll about the most anticipated upcoming PS5 games, and at 60% of the followers said God of War Ragnarok. So
I agree.
What do you guys think?
I agree.
I agree too.
Everybody agrees.
Because you had Ragnarok.
Even me that doesn't have an Xbox agrees. I mean, doesn't have a PS5, but
yes.
I understand.
You understand? Yeah, for sure. Like hands down.
Quick question to Kekes on this.
Yeah.
PS or Xbox?
No, sorry, he's a PS person. That's not fair.
I know he is, but let him say it now.
He's an Xbox guy.
Let him say it.
I've been listening.
I want Uforo, let him say it now.
PlayStation.
Thank you. Hey, let the man
PlayStation.
Can I say something? It's like you asking somebody that eats swallow and doesn't eat swallow and say swallow or rice. Come on,
wait. Why is it obvious that he's PlayStation? Why is it obvious?
Because
it's obvious to you, not our listeners.
No, Shaita Why is obvious because when the moment we mentioned God of War,
everybody knows God of War. No. Everybody knows God of War is mad.
You know what? Do you know what? PS.
Let's move on.
Thank you.
PlayStation. Let's move on.
Okay.
I know Moro is an Xbox guy because I've listened to the podcast.
Thank you.
Let's go on. Jola.
Anyway, so Zack Snyder says Warner Brothers passed on doing the third 300 movie. That they had written the script. It was going to be called Blood and Ashes.
It would have been good.
And apparently it was supposed to be a beautiful story.
It would have been good. It would have been
Do you think so?
Yes.
302 was
horrible.
Guys, I'm tired of Zack Snyder talking. Just shut up. They didn't want it. They didn't want it. Move on.
Justice.
No. Should I tell you what?
It's kind of justice. The guy has been talking
the guy is playing. He's a manipulative guy.
Yes.
You have to understand that.
Yes.
He's just using media now to just sell his hype and come on.
Get all his movies out.
All his movies out.
Lie. Justice League Zack Snyder was a better thing than we saw in the past.
The cinematic one, of course.
So because of that, and the fans are the ones that push that, he needs the fans to push that.
He's using the fans.
He doesn't. There's no need. There's no need to talk about
with the fans.
there's no need to talk about what you could have done because this is like in football it's kind of like you are a manager and you're saying I could have signed Ronaldo.
Yeah, I could have. Ronaldo could have scored in the finals and we win it.
Yeah, it's done. I mean, he does this a lot and I find it very irritating.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
But Man United. No,
thank God. Let's move on. I just want to throw that out. Let's move on. Thank God.
All right.
Anyway,
so. eBay announced restrictions on the sale of adult anime, games, manga, effective June. So, I don't know.
Why?
I thought it was an interesting. I don't know why.
eBay
of all places.
I'm not shitting on eBay, but eBay is like a third-party software. What do I mean by that? Everybody puts their hands into eBay.
Puts their stuff, yeah.
So why do you? It's not Amazon. If Amazon said that, I would understand because
you can understand a bit more.
They have to put in their warehouse. They have to do this kind of Amazon brand. But eBay has no brand.
eBay is a seller's place.
It's very, very odd. It's very odd. First of all, I can't even remember the last time somebody I know bought something off eBay, and I'm not even
eBay.
And even now, Amazon is in Nigeria, so people don't even bother buying things from eBay anymore.
Buying things from eBay. So, and I'm like, if somebody wants to buy hentai off eBay, let him buy hentai off eBay. What's your business? What's eBay's?
Anyway,
it's a non-issue. They're just trying to be relevant.
They should just move on.
So a bit of a sad one. The Berserk manga creator Kentaro Miura passed away at 54 due to some acute aortic dissection. And another there's another manga creator.
Is actually very, very, very good manga.
A big one, So people and another manga creator also died, Kana Hoshino. I don't know this person or the manga, but she did Ryo Kunoraha something Gaku, and I may have destroyed that. I'm sorry, guys. But, another manga creator that died. Manga
creator. This is sad. 54 and 57. That's
quite
really
young. Yeah, we send our love out to their family and everyone that's been affected by it.
Yeah.
Sad. It's tragic.
This one, though, it talks a bit about how the anime industry works. I'll just say real quick. So this freelance animator, Mushio, explained why he had to leave Studio Mappa. Studio Mappa they just did JJK. They just did the last season of JJK. But anyway, so he explained why they left Mappa. He did all this on Twitter. And according to him, they worked on, like I said, the most recent season of Attack on Titan as well. And he said that the working conditions were just bad, like where they're constantly asking them to like work on drawings over and over and over again till like the sun comes up, instead of them devoting time to like their team to be able to train and stuff, so you don't have as many mistakes to work on and stuff. So instead of having people working on the drawings, you have a team devoted to just working on correcting drawings, and it was just unhealthy, basically. And because Mappa had like 4 different shows they were working on, so it's like a lot of work.
I'm not surprised that an animator or a manga creator, an animator or whatever they are, the people that draw these things go through this. I feel like in the entertainment industry, when it comes to movies, when it comes to animators, people that draw video games, I don't think all the conditions are ever favorable. I think it's one of the worst places like anybody can ever, because I think it's sleepless nights. I think it's full of sleepless nights. I think it's full of corrections because I don't think anybody can miss deadlines. I don't think anybody can ever get it perfectly. This is creating. Creating is difficult.
Creating stuff,
to draw something really exactly, and then for it to flow exactly. Even probably what we see is probably still not the perfect world that they would want. But we eat it up and we're like, oh, gobble, 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 this is awesome. But someone somewhere is like, that's not what I wanted. But we are on a deadline. We have to release it.
Absolutely.
Of course.
This isn't shocking. I do feel bad for them because like video game animators as well, they work, and developers, they work round the clock. They legit sleep there, wake up, do this stuff. It's the conditions are absolutely phenomenally horrible. But it's your job now. As in, I know it sounds really bad, and you're a freelancer, so you're a contractor. So I don't understand.
I know, but I think the next problem. I think the next problem is the money. They don't pay them well. So you work like enough. A mad person, but they don't pay them well enough. Pay them well so they at least want to do it.
Did they force you to take the payment? Did they force you to take the job? I'm not asking. It's one of those things.
I know we're diving into it a bit, but Sorry.
No. It's a good topic. It's a good topic. I understand, but we don't.
It's a bad working culture. They don't pay them well. The working conditions are bad.
I agree
with you.
So they just take advantage, basically. If you don't want to do it, somebody else will come and do it, and
absolutely.
It's not good now.
I think that's what it is.
They can't survive on what they pay them.
You're replaceable. That's what
yes. You're a cog. You're just a cog in the machine. And my question is, are you guys going to stop? Guys, are you going to stop watching Attack on Titan?
No.
No. Are you going to stop?
But that's the problem.
We know we'll stop now. So Studio release correct.
See, because at the end of the day, the idea comes from maybe one person or a couple of people. The story comes from one person or a couple of people. Now, those people are probably, maybe story writers, not so much, because story writers have to rewrite. But the idea, the people that make the idea, they're like, this is what I want. Write it in a way that I want it to come out. Yeah. Now, those people are at the top, or let's just say they are at a certain set level of the pyramid. Yeah. Now, these people drawing, you can get anybody to come and draw. And again. I know it's not
but
fair.
I know it's not fair.
But it's like saying, if we look at something, I'll just say, if you look at something like a company like Amazon, that every one of the richest companies in the world, blah, 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 blah. But if you go down to the bottom of the chain, it's not going to be favorable for anybody.
And the fulfillment centers.
There. Yeah, they don't like it. Nobody, it's not happy. Some places, they are already unionized against Amazon recently. A lot of things are going on. But at the top, so it's like the idea is what people look at. But what is going on there is never favorable. And it probably never would be, because they don't want to pay anybody that much because you're replaceable. Someone else will do the job.
Yeah.
So sad.
Okay.
So sad. Okay.
I'm still watching JJK today, sir. They like me, they bought the studio. I see they watch me, say I go watch it. Okay. Any other headlines, Jola?
Yeah, the last one for me is that Godzilla Singular Point anime is gonna come out on Netflix outside of Japan in June.
Yes.
June 24th.
Have you been watching it on Crunchyroll?
Netflix.
Oh.
No, I was
Crunchyroll.
I was watching the Netflix Godzilla as they were dropping, and this was like over the course of maybe like 3-4 years ago was when the first one dropped. And I think the first volume, I think, was like 3 episodes or so. I love that Godzilla, that the anime that they were doing on. It had like that kind of CG type, cheap
it's
anime.
It's supposed to be CG and hand drawn together.
Yeah, and hand drawn. That kind. It's a bit cheap, but I like the story. I like the fact that it was really awesome. If you guys haven't seen it, you should. I think it was like Godzilla. Was it Planet of Monsters? Godzilla something, but it was 3 volumes, and each one is like 3 episodes or 4 episodes. But it was pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to this one.
That's you heard it from Kekes. So everybody go check it out.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. So that's it for the headlines.
Yeah. That's it.
Nice. Can move into the main content.
Let's move into the main content. I mean, we've had a lot of fun. So let's continue having some fun, guys. So in Nigeria, it's Children's Day. When this is going to come out, I think it's about was it the day after?
They're about. It didn't have happened, but it's on.
It's around
20. Yeah. Do you want to say the date, or it doesn't matter?
Yeah.
It's like holiday, Sha. Is it like a public holiday?
No,
for kids, not the adults.
For kids. Oh, right. Yeah. So kids don't go to school. So kids
you are no longer.
They don't go to school.
No, all of us
are not. We're all children of God.
Child of God. Exactly, Jola. I'm a child of God. Okay.
Your workplace no go collect that watch. They will not. You say I didn't come to work because I'm a child of God. You say my friend.
I'm a child of God.
Go and collect your money from. Go and collect salary from God.
Okay.
Anyway, so in light of that, Jola, our favorite host, came up with this topic.
Thank you.
I have to give you props. And it's something that it made us think. So we looked at the children in anime, but before we looked at children in anime, we looked at their lifestyle and what these animators bring out and what they tell us, the story they tell us, and it was something that we found like one storyline. Something is there, but we'll get into it. But before we get there, I just want to have a question for Kekes. What do you think about children watching anime? Is there an age range that you start watching anime? Can you say, oh, this kind of like I think I don't know if Jola mentioned that you have kids, so I
have one.
Yeah. So I think what is appropriate? What should they watch? Should you police what they watch? Because anime can be quite grown.
You should.
Like,
you should.
It's not cartoon like we think it is. Exactly.
You should definitely police anime. Like, and this is very topical because I actually have a niece who today is turning 15, and she's an anime head, and it just makes me proud that and it came from watching me watch anime.
Yeah.
And so she got that interest. Like right now, she's watching Shippuden, and she's been watching all the whole Naruto. She's watched Hunter x Hunter and stuff like that, and she's been catching up. And she goes back, to the old stuff, and I've asked her to watch Demon Slayer, and it just makes me happy that she's into that. But of course, there is, there's an age range, right? So I think anything below 10, just keep them in the kind of Voltron space.
The cartoon.
No blood, fantasy action, just keep it nice and safe. When they start to
get... So not animated.
No anime. No.
I wouldn't.
So anime is quite matured. Like
it's a bit mature.
Yeah.
It's a bit mature. Even it's a bit.
Even the ones that are not. Yeah, even the ones that are meant to look simple are quite
some underlying themes.
Adult elements, even if it's in the story or if there's fan service or in the violence.
Even in like a sports anime that they'll be checking out, even Haikyuu, that maybe they check out that girl that comes in, like that there are some certain things that happen and you're like, it's it's like a passing moment, but for a child it might be a bit like
it sits
there. Yeah, exactly.
And you don't want anime. Sorry, you don't want anime molding their interests.
No,
you don't.
No,
you don't want anime influencing.
You don't want your child to grow up and be liking hentai.
What? No.
Like hentai.
I'll be expecting some panty flashing stuff. I'll be bumping.
Imagine someone's son. They'll bring someone's son back from school. Say, what happened? He said he fell down. He looked at pants. His nose was bleeding. You don't understand
exactly.
So I think an age range. I think maybe from 13 you could start to introduce them to the more lighter. Because remember, even as kids, Voltron, which if we're not considering anime, but we were watching American Voltron.
Yeah.
And the Japanese Voltron was slightly more violent. Yeah, slightly more. Violent. I wouldn't even say gory, but violent. So the Americans were still toning it down. There was an episode where two people fall off a high tower or something, and then Sven and I think Prince Luthor fell off a high tower, and then it cuts to the Voltron force, looking and saying and crying and saying, "Oh, they fell into the water." But in reality, what happened in the Japanese version was they landed on the ground and they died. But the American version didn't show that. So you need to tailor what they are watching on, and then when you start getting to 13, you can allow them to start watching something.
Even Samurai X was, they showed us in an American format in a way. It wasn't so back then. Now, if you watch the Japanese one, you can kindly see that there's a lot of differences. More action, more stuff. So definitely that's good too. That's good. So when would you start introducing you? I mean, what anime would you start your child off with?
I would maybe something like Netflix's Voltron Legendary Defender, which is very good. Incredibly underrated. I would something like that. Maybe I couldn't even say something like My Hero Academia because there are some adult themes there in My Hero when what's that dude's name?
Some of the dressing up Midnight Lady.
The character Midnight is enough.
The character Midnight is enough.
She's a dominatrix.
And then that dude that had her.
Oh yeah. The bad guy.
Even that young boy that is so pervy that removes balls from his head.
Spiky ball head.
From his head. Yes.
Yeah. So
the character designs are a bit much. Even the bad guy from the last season, I can't remember his name either. The one that was using the kid.
Yeah, anyhow. The one with the
He has a beak on his face. It's just not a good.
Oh yes.
Even that relationship with the kid is not good for a kid to see.
It's not good, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
He's torturing the girl
abuse.
now.
That's abuse,
Abuse,
so, I don't know which one I would start with, but maybe something fantasy light.
Very, very light.
Fantasy light.
Just go American. Look for something good there.
Yeah, probably. Exactly. That's only a safe bet.
Yeah. Pokemon, Digimon type.
Yeah. Digimon, Pokemon.
You know what? Perfect. Yeah. Perfect start. Perfect start. But okay. But as to our children in anime.
Yeah, because you mentioned not under a certain age, but at the end of the day, our anime have kids doing big things,
and they're killing to violence early on.
Very early.
Now,
very early.
Now, even just okay, let's just start from the starting point. What? Because it's something that is so weird. Why is it that? Please, anybody, if you can mention any of the kid characters that don't have a missing parent, that is a main character, that is a protagonist.
So we are thinking. By the way, this is not only shonen action. By the way, it happens even in slice of life.
Yeah,
so I'm just saying it happens in the other ones.
So, if we look at all the protagonists, especially in the shonen action part, can we pull one that has the mother and the father
in a stable
environment, but they've gone on to do big things? Because most times we see orphan, either you're an orphan or your father is around, like Ichigo, his father was around, but his mother is dead.
But mom is dead. Or the other way, mom is around, dad is dead. Oh God.
So there's always that. Even in sports
even if
anime,
the parents are dead, they die.
In sports anime, even in that one, Daimon no Ace, the father is hardly around. The father is a sports. The father is I think the father is dead. Then there's another one that is like something too. That there was a young version of the father that he was a sports guy and baseball guy, and then the son now wanted to do the same thing again. I can't remember. It just came out recently.
Okay.
But the father is hardly around. A baseball one. The father is not around at all. So he always comes in comes and teaches the boy for a second, then disappears, and then
goes out again.
Imagine.
You hardly see.
And it's rare.
It's rare.
Where they are there, like staying there.
So
I wonder why that is.
So are these anime creators trying to tell us that for a child to get on to do big things and be special, they need this abusive situation. They need to come up from this abusive, like their child has to be messed up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like emotionally messed up.
They need to be emotionally messed up. And they continue, please.
Yeah, sorry. And even in some of these ones, the kid doesn't even necessarily view the missing father or mother as, oh, this person left me, abandoned me, is bad. Sometimes they do, but other times they actually what's the word? Admire that the person has gone off, to do something good. Like, I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, I noted something like Hunter x Hunter. He sees his dad is one of the hunters, so that's what he wants to do.
And he's chasing after
and he's like 11. He has gone off.
Do you know what? If you think of Hunter x Hunter, it's the most abusive one of the most abusive relationships. Why? It's because whenever he finally gets to meet his father just disappears like that and leaves him again. So it's like they make it seem like the fathers love their job, or the mothers or the people love their job more than their kids. These kids are mistakes.
And they do.
If you really think about it, the kids are like mistakes. They're like, oh, we just had a kid and we didn't really plan to have a kid. We
didn't plan to.
I need to go hunt something.
Yeah.
I need to leave you.
And they move on.
I have a mission.
And then my problem is why the kids see it as a good thing. Because it's not. And then the mom too. Yeah. The child goes to tell, oh mom, me too, I'm going to become a hunter like dad. And the mom too says, oh, bye son, have fun. I'm like, are you mad? What's wrong with you?
Luffy's father abandoned him completely.
Oh, he doesn't know his dad. But then the good thing is that Luffy also doesn't care. Luffy is not looking at it. My dad is amazing.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, a lot of them either, like you mentioned earlier, don't care. Or
they don't care,
or they try to be well into this whole thing. Like they chase after their parents.
Yeah.
But why is this so? I've never really thought about why is this so.
Why do they do that?
I think it's a very and not to be disrespectful, but I think it's a very, particularly for those children shonen type ones. I think let me not even limit it to shonen ones, but I think it's a very simplistic style of storytelling that the Japanese have. Like, okay, in order to give the child motivation, they have to give the child a quest. They have to give the child something that is just beyond that child's reach.
Yeah.
But if that child comes from a stable home with a father and a mother, the chances are, why would the child say, I want to leave home to go and be killing monsters, or leave home to be the best shogun in Hidden Village, Hidden Leaf. If Naruto came from a home that he had his dad and his mom and they were both taking, there's no way he would have that.
You understand? Like,
thank you, Hokage. Thank you. I was like, it's not shogun.
Yeah.
So I think they put something just beyond that child's, or even what's My Hero Academia boy?
Yeah,
Midoriya. Yeah, okay,
Midoriya.
but his mom.
But where's his father?
His dad. I think he died. I think that's the idea.
Yeah, but
that the dad died.
I don't even.
But the mom.
They don't even.
We don't. I don't know anything about.
We don't know. We don't know.
We don't know anything. Yeah, they don't mention him at all. Yeah.
And we'll find out that maybe his dad maybe could have been one super person. We never know. We don't even know.
Come up at some point.
Yeah,
at some point.
We don't.
I mean,
the only good thing there is that his mom tries to give him all the support and love.
No, but that's not
that
enough.
That's
a lot of times.
No, it's not.
No,
but the reason I mentioned it is I'm so sorry. The only reason I mentioned it is that in some other anime, even the mom or the parent that is around is kind of
about or not interested. Yeah.
Or not
just
interested.
not interested. Yeah.
And we always see in all of these animes that these kids now get a replacement father figure.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh yes.
They go out and find someone else.
Like now, what's the name? replacement for Naruto
Luffy.
was somebody.
Naruto.
For Luffy. Replacement for this one is Naruto was Jiraiya. Replacement for
Jiraiya.
What's his name? This guy.
All Might.
All Might, exactly. So they always
All
have.
Might, yes.
Gon had his own replacement. That guy that he was, even Gon had his own replacement. That guy that was close to the father, that was working with the father
I don't
per
even
se.
remember.
But even though that one, because that was the one that was teaching, the one that died, that the ants killed.
Okay.
What's his name?
Yeah,
Who?
the ant.
The ants killed.
Why are you calling him an ant?
No, the ants killed. I said the one
he's
that the
talking
ants
about
killed.
the ant. Oh, I thought you
What
were
are we
calling
talking
him-
about?
No, Hunter x Hunter.
Oh,
Gon had his replacement father, the one that
the
worked with
mentor,
the father,
Ochi.
the mentor. Yeah, what's his name? And I don't remember his name.
I definitely can't remember.
You know, but I know the ants killed him early on.
Yeah.
Like, it's not Meruem that killed him. It's the other one that
Oh,
was
I thought
fought
you
in
meant
command.
ants.
No, I mean,
okay.
that one of the ants killed him. I don't know her name. It's not that. It was not Pika. What's that super ant that was like.
I can't remember.
Okay.
Exactly.
I can't remember.
So,
let me
yeah,
just
it
tell you.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, so they always get replacement fathers, and then their replacement father die again, and then they have to that's another spot on
Another trauma and another exactly.
Yes, because Jiraiya too died. Replacement father too died.
Yeah.
Like
Everybody always they always replace them, then they die, then they have to now use that another moment of a leg up, one up, and just move to the next level up again.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's
I mean, I just
painful,
remembered.
but- Yeah, go on. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I just remembered one. I don't know if Kekes has seen Parasite. Have you seen Parasite?
I have.
The anime. So
Yeah,
okay,
the one
even
with
in that,
the
he's
alien
with the
that
hand.
used to lick his hand. Yeah.
So
I
in
liked
that, he starts off. He had me too. I loved it. He starts
Yeah,
off
I liked
having
it
both
as
his
well.
parents,
Yeah.
but then the mom
Yes.
gets brutally killed in front of him.
Oh, true.
I mean, what the hell?
True.
And then he has a weird
yeah.
relationship with his dad after that.
Yeah.
After that, it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
But it's like
he kind of undergoes like a dramatic psyche change in that one.
Yeah,
like from
yeah.
like a geek into like cool guy, spiky hair.
as
Yeah.
in
was
bad guys.
Yeah. Very unrecognizable. But yeah, it happens. They just somehow lose. Lose one or both parents. Maybe from the start, or maybe, as we go on. But yeah, it happens, and it's almost a trope, but somehow it still works.
It is a trope.
It's a trope. So
Yeah.
what?
It's
So
pretty
the
much
question is, are they trying to? Because if now we are older and we watch anime, we watch it differently. We used to watch anime. We used to watch anime maybe more on the light version, just watching for the fight. But now we kind of try to understand the storyline, get into the emotional connections, and so because we are more developed. So now, if we look at it, if someone that is younger can think that far, what are they trying to teach people? Like, you cannot go into more without a traumatic event.
Yes, pretty much.
You can't you can't go into more without the traumatic event.
Yeah, I think it could actually be a case of in order to go on an adventure, in order to have a more adventurous life, something needs to spur that. Something needs to happen. You have to leave home. Have you seen Uforo? Have you seen Vinland Saga?
Yes, I've seen it.
That was the one
loved
on.
it.
Yeah.
I loved it, yeah.
Because something has to happen that pushes you out of your comfort zone, and then you need to move. And that's true, because I'm thinking about like how many of these kids, and I say kids loosely, would have a mom and dad and still be able to go on these adventures and still be able to do things.
Yeah, I agree with that. And
besides go to school.
Yeah, I agree with that. So it's okay, but now, okay, let's take our eyes a little more widespread. So my question is, if I'm looking at the bigger picture rather than looking at it just on anime on its own, the question is it possible like that this happens outside of anime? Because I'm thinking about on TV shows like superhero characters as well. They all lose their parents. They always have an absent parent as well. Like, so is this the theme for life?
That's very disturbing.
Batman, no parents. Superman, no parents.
Spider-Man,
no parents.
Yeah.
Even Thor has an absent mother. No mother there, just a father. And the father is not really, he's always having a weird relationship with.
Exactly. He's actually quite a terrible dad.
Terrible dad. Who can we mention that has, everything is working out well for my parents. My parents love me, and then I went on to do this. I don't think we can put anybody. So that's what I'm saying. Is this a thing for life?
Actually, even Flash lost his mom.
And then his father is in prison.
Yeah, he did.
Let's think. Seriously, it's something that is a bit freaky.
Yeah.
I actually never thought about it on the superhero side. You're right.
There has to be. I just think like you said, it doesn't make a compelling story.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't.
And in reality, no parent would. Well, I wouldn't say no parent, right? And we're talking about a good family unit. By good family unit, I mean both parents. House is safe, child is safe.
Yeah.
They are not in any crazy jobs or anything like that. Yeah, I think it doesn't. I think no parent would like say, okay, go forth or come and join me while I go and kill. Nah. So
of course, that's just it's not normal behavior at all.
Even if we look at. Okay, let me pull Invincible. We look at Invincible, some that look to come from a good home. I mean, his father was a superhero, so we can say, maybe that's something. Yeah.
Psychotic superhero.
Still messed up.
Very, very messed up. Very, very messed up. But yeah, so and I think one thing that concerns me as well is the age of these kids.
Yeah.
So because
very young.
Naruto is what? 11?
He was 11, so Gon too was around that age.
These guys are pretty. What the kid in Demon Slayer? How old is he? Like maybe 14 or something?
Probably young, 13.
Probably around 4. No, I think they were around 14-ish. I feel. I'm not sure.
Shippuden, they were what? How old were they in Shippuden?
15. They had gotten to about 15 by Shippuden.
And you have to carry the world
I don't want to say
16
shoulder. Yet.
You have to carry the world on your shoulder at this age.
Most of these kids are quite like Midoriyama is 13, 12.
Young, yeah.
They're not even teens.
Is it 12? Is it that young?
Maybe 13.
I think he's 13 probably.
Maybe 13.
Yeah, interesting.
Maybe 13 because
I don't think I ever had them that young in my head.
In your head, you. But when you take a step back and you're like, how old is this? Could this person conceivably be? They're doing all these feats. How old is Luffy?
By now, or when they started, I think they were about 15-ish. I think.
And how old is he now?
No. Or were they older? I think they were about 17.
Oh, Luffy is not that young because I don't watch One Piece. I actually always perceive him as much younger.
I think they are about that 17-ish. Then years have passed. Oh. Yeah, I think so.
So Luffy is actually a dude now, like a guy now, like a 19-year-old or 20.
He doesn't look.
He's about 19 now.
But he doesn't look like that.
So what do you think?
I think Luffy is about maybe
what do you think?
Third time. I think that.
I love that. The way you just started it. Third time. Jala, you're getting old on this one.
I am.
Luffy's about 19. Luffy's about 19 right now. So
okay. So
the only thing to help them there is they have a few older characters around them. They are not the only young ones. They have older people around them.
I mean, because now Tanjiro in Demon Slayer started off 13. So what we're watching is 13. Then we now look at, I think towards the end of the chapter. So in the manga, he gets to 16, 17. So
nice.
As far as they've gone, he's 16, 17. I just checked.
Oh, cool.
So it's something that they put the world on these people's shoulders at a young age. Like they need to save the whole world at 13.
The whole
14.
world, though.
Everybody is depending on you. 50-year-olds are depending on you. 40-something-year-olds are depending on you. And you have to be stronger than them. And not only that,
you can't fail.
You have a failed relationship with your parent, or they don't exist, or something. Yeah. It's quite messy. It's very, very messy.
Very, very messy.
It's very disturbing. Yeah. And in reality, these
it's very,
kids
very messy.
Or characters would actually almost suffer mental breakdowns. No, because if we think about all the pressure on these guys to save the world, to deliver us from whatever this hub, and the thing is, the almighty parents and mentors and other organizations, they think of it as very normal to send a 13-year-old boy to go to one mountain to go and train because he's going to be the one to fight XYZ, or they're training him to be a child soldier. And I'm like, there should be more insane people in this, or kids in this world, or catatonic children who have just gone mad.
Yes.
It's so unnatural. It's so crazy.
I mean, I want to say something, and maybe this is, but this is based on watching TV shows and all the things that slightly stereotypical, not from me, but from what we've watched. We see that the Asian culture, maybe like Chinese and some of those, they put a lot on their kids from a young age, learn this, learn that, do this, do that. So, do you think this plays into the way they write the storyline?
Into the way they write it. It could be. They do put a lot of pressure. Even just being in school, being the smartest.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything is you have to be top
skills.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think this plays into the way they write their characters? So children are not too young to start off greatness as we think they are. So all this pressure.
They are never too young.
True. In the West, we'll still mollycoddle them, and we'll still try to. Oh, he's a child, but it looks like in the East there's a lot more responsibility and expectations from the child, from the children from a young age. Because I have a friend who's Chinese, and I know her son goes to Chinese classes because he's born and bred in England, and so he speaks English obviously in school and stuff like that. But he goes to Chinese, the way we extra lessons. He goes to Chinese lessons. Yeah. He goes to viola. He goes for swimming. He goes and he's the same age as my son.
Yeah.
And I just look at my son this guy you're useless. Just play. I don't know about a 5-year-old that is doing 6 things. He has no free time at all. But so it's entirely possible that it's also a cultural thing.
So I think this is why, because you wonder, why is it drawn like this? Why do they have this much expectations from children? But I think they live, like I said earlier, maybe this is just the reality. This is their life.
Yep.
Children,
just that they've exaggerated it for
obviously. But just pulling off the wool from our eyes. Let's look at it. This is what they do. Their children are, like you said, 5 different things at the same time. This child will come and play a symphony from whatever orchestra, the piano. You're like, I can't even play Mary Has a Little Lamb.
I can't even play Mary Has a Little Lamb.
My piano or keyboard. But it's an interesting one to look at in terms of the cultural difference, and it's actually a thread now that I think I'm going to start noticing going forward.
Yes.
That once it's a child, I'll just be like, dad dead, mom dead.
You never exactly.
Just almost
dad not around. Dad is too much.
Dad not around.
You have to catch up to the dad. Dad is this is that.
Who's going to be the mentor? Almost looking out for the mentor.
Mentor is going to die at some point.
Definitely. Yeah.
I mean, look at Demon Slayer. Sorry, this movie just came out, and this guy was basically just a semi-mentor for like a second.
Yeah.
He didn't even last.
Yes, he didn't even last, and he's done. Yeah.
And you can tell that, and it's quite. But to be honest, it is quite cool because, and that's another thing about their storytelling. It feels like people that they meet, they teach them something or they learn maybe
so much.
Selflessness from this person, and then from another person is like determination to be the best. Or the way like from one person will be like, nobody's gonna die on my watch, and that's that attribute is imbibed on the young hero, and that young hero is like, okay, he's changed from that, and then he'll meet somebody else who's going to teach him. I love Demon Slayer.
Can we put a spin on it? Let me put a spin on it for a second. The spin on it is that most of the top animes, the mentor has to die for the. If the mentor doesn't die, we find out that some of these animes are like now to. They didn't really hit their potential because we need a significant death in order for this anime to really hit the potential. And
they've spoiled you.
I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to ask a question. No, Uforo makes a good point because one of the most poignant scenes, episodes, events for me personally in Shippuden was the death of Azuma.
Yeah.
And it didn't even hit the main character Naruto.
It didn't hit. It was Shikamaru. Yes.
Yeah. But it did shape Shikamaru, who Shikamaru became. That whole Wheel of Fire thing. And then Shikamaru was now using the guy's lighter and stuff like that.
Yes. There is and even in the little moments in there, the way he just is thinking. And the guy loved to dust his leg. He would just do like this. Oh, I like you guys can sing. Sorry. He'll slap it. Just the little things, but
it's a thing. Even though you are looking out for it, I think because you get so invested in the characters, it still hits you. Because in reality, if it's something that you're looking out for, you're like, okay, that guy's gonna die. That guy's gonna Still,
it's a reality.
Jola told me that this thing is gonna. When you watch this demon,
it's going to hit you. Yes.
And at the start, I was like, if this guy with red eyes dies, it won't affect me. I won't feel anything.
But it will still. That's the funny thing. It still hits you.
Kill him. The way he dies. The struggle that you think he might not die, but he still dies. It's like that whole thing is so deep. And then the worst part is that the bad guy gets away.
So my days!
Because you think that this guy. Yeah, you don't know this fire guy. You don't know anything, so you're like, he dies, whatever. But when it happens, you're like. And as you said, that guy gets away so painful and he's shouting.
I think that's the most painful part. Like you don't get the win you want. Because the win you want is that the bad guy needs to die. But you don't get the win you want.
He runs away like a cockroach.
Bad people won. They literally won. Like, that's it. They killed the guy you like and they got away. So they got everything they wanted.
It's a testimony to it's testimony to good storytelling, I think. That you know where I'm going. But by the time I get you there, I'm still going to hit all the spots. I'm still going to hit you emotionally. I mean, Uforo won't cry because, I mean...
He doesn't have teardrops.
His teardrops, they don't work again. So,
I don't know what happened.
Nice one. Thank you.
I'm going to go meet my parents and ask them, where are my tear ducts? What did you do with my tear ducts? Maybe this is my own moment that's going to spur me on. I'm missing tear ducts, so I'll become great in future.
And then you go on a quest.
It's a quest to find my tear ducts. Oh, this has been wonderful. This has been really wonderful. So,
sorry. I'm sorry. Just one more thing I wanted to say. But guys, we were trying to relate it to real life. Does it make a difference that these guys actually have powers and abilities? So if it was real life, but we had these abilities, would it make it easier for you to say, okay, my kid wants to do this, my kid wants to do that? Does it make a difference?
Can you expand a little bit? Go deeper.
Sorry, I'm saying because we are thinking about it as in real life, obviously, especially even from Nigeria, your child is telling you, I want to go out, and you're thinking, So, but I'm saying, would it make, where are you going? If I lock you up, that kind of thing. Obviously, we don't do that. But I'm saying, if you think about it as they have abilities in real life.
I think it makes it more bearable for us, the audience that we are watching, that we're like, okay, Naruto has Rasengan or something, and he can protect himself. But as a parent, if we were parents in that world, we still shouldn't be allowing the child to go out. Because although, what's his name? What's that boy's name? Sharingan boy.
Yeah.
Sasuke. It's a Sharingan boy.
Although Sasuke is incredibly powerful, as a child, you as a parent, you still know that there are people like Orochimaru out there who are more powerful than he is.
True.
So no matter how much powers your child has, there are people who have more powers, have had more training. So you would still want to protect them.
I would just say this: death is real. And I think every parent understands that death is real. So once you know that your child can die and they don't have multiple lives like Goku has,
like Mario,
like Goku has,
even Orochimaru self that doesn't die. But
you cannot go and get the 7 Dragon Balls and someone will your child back. You're just going to be like, oh boy, sit down and do Rasengan in the CC room. Rasengan the TV and come back and sit down. That was a good question, Chola. So again, it's a weird thing, but before we move on to the writers, we'd like to thank our host Kekes for coming in on this episode as well.
I've had an absolute blast. I've completely enjoyed myself. And it's good to bounce off people who are like, anime heads. Well, you guys are anime heads. I'm more like, I just like anime. But it's good to listen to you guys and like your insights. And of course, I have been following the pod and
thank you very much. So
thanks.
Guys, definitely listen to Kekes pod. Please mention it again. What's the name?
Naijas Geeking Out.
So Naijas Geeking Out.
Yes.
I'm going to become a fan of Naijas.
You guys should listen. You guys should listen to how they had so many theories on WandaVision, but we won't dive into that. It was the most hilarious thing. They failed. They failed.
Awesome. Okay. So with this, we'll go into the rider. So Kekes is going to give us his rider as well. So let's start with you, Kekes.
Okay, excellent. So at the moment, I am watching the heroic legend of Aslan? So it's and funny enough, it's like a 2016 one. So it's about a young prince called Aslan who, it's kind of set in a Persian type kingdom setting. So it's a young prince called Aslan. His dad is the king, obviously. And then his dad loses a great battle. And then Aslan goes on the run with his bodyguard. And then they are now recruiting other characters and people from different kingdoms so that he can come back and reclaim his throne. I'm just saying it super simply, but it's so awesome. It's really, really, really good. There's a bit of strategy in there as well because he has like a chief strategic advisor who is like, okay, you know what? There's 5 of us and there's 1,000 of them. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to say it. So it's not just action, but it's also like a bit of strategy. So I really, really like it. So the heroic legend of Aslan is the one. And then I don't know if you guys ever mentioned or have watched Decadence. Decadence came out last year.
I brought it up in the. I think. It was supposed to.
It's our rider. You've used it already.
Have I used it?
Look at this. Okay. Yes, you're an old man. Yes, it's your rider from last week or the week before.
I love Decadence. Decadence was one of those weird ones, but really, really good.
Weird. There was a switch.
And
then
switch.
You
don't expect some of the things that happen. You don't expect it. So Jola, you to check it out, and I'm definitely going to check out this heroic because it sounds
the heroic legend of Aslan.
I think just to go back into the children and know a little bit of this, as you just mentioned, I think anime heads and people that watch anime, we love the underdog story. It's one of the greatest things that people ever write, where someone is on their own, or someone has to reclaim, or someone has to get to better. There's always that underdog story. Is like the best thing where you're underestimated and then the person now shows up and then it now beats you and you're like, yes! I don't know.
Yeah, we do.
Now, I mentioned earlier that when you mentioned Haikyuu, I said I was laughing, and I said, why did you? Because that was the rider I already picked.
Haikyuu, are you serious?
Yeah. So that's
when I saw it, I was like, oh, did you really pick that before he mentioned it?
I picked it before.
Wow.
So when he said Haikyuu, I'm like, that's why I said, oh, this is going to come up later.
Yeah, you did.
I'm shocked.
So that's my rider. Haikyuu, because I think I've not been giving sports riders for a while, so I just said, I want something to, different. And Haikyuu is the one that came to my mind.
Yeah,
so
it's
funny that you like it as well. So guys, we've gotten a double push
exactly.
to Haikyuu. Definitely watch Haikyuu.
A double push.
Angela?
Okay, well, my rider, I was thinking of changing it just now, but not because I don't rate it anymore, but
okay.
I don't know if Ufora, you should remember this, I think. It's called Owari no Seraph. It's kind of old-ish.
What is the English name? You people are starting again.
I think the English name is Seraph of the End.
Oh, I like
it. If you wanna find it, have you seen it, or you just like
I have. It's on Netflix. I've watched it.
Oh, you have seen it? Okay, well there you go. Yeah, great. So I liked it back then. I think they never did finish it, unfortunately.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Even between like the first and second season, there were some years between, so they must be having some kind of issue on their end. But it's a good one regardless, so I think people should check it out. It has I think there's an OPO and ending, one of the two that I like. I have it on my iTunes anyway. But yeah, Owari no Seraph is my rider for this. So yeah. And this is not about riders, but it's a quick one. You like sports, anime, obviously, Kekes.
Yes.
Please tell me you've seen Hajime no Ippo. I just had to ask. Good man. That's all. I just had to ask. That's like one of the top. So, yeah.
Come on. Boxing is right up there.
Okay. Okay. One thing. Can you give me, because for me, I have one of my best fights in Hajime no Ippo.
Good one.
Can you tell me your one or two? Let me give you one or two, so maybe you might add my own insight.
I can't even remember.
Oh, you can. Okay, my best fight in Hajime no Ippo is Brian Hawk versus Takamura. I literally read, watched again, and then read it one more time. That's Brian Hawk that's the first time that Takamura
was that like a flashback?
No, Takamura won the championship the first time he won the belt, and he fought against an American that was beating.
He won this American guy that beat him.
Did not care about him. That was beating. That grew up in the streets. That used to kill people.
Do you remember?
I can't remember. I'm gonna look for it again.
Do you remember? Do you remember?
I even know where the episodes are. Episode 20.
It's the guy with the American guy that was the champion fighting Takamura.
That was even disrespecting the American girls that is going to bang them.
Yes, he was disrespecting them anyhow. Very rude guy.
Very rude.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jola, what did you want to say?
I told you you're the one who brought this thing to this thing.
Jola, you want to see an episode of Hajime?
She wanted to say fight.
Yeah, I wanted to say mine. Yeah, but I'll make it a little more broad. Mine is at the point where he was developing the Dempsey role that he eventually makes his own. So he does that with a couple of fighters, but yeah, basically is when he was doing Dempsey role, but especially. The swing, yeah. I was like.
No, it's absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it.
Funny enough,
there was the one that came out a few years back that was about gear, that they used to wear gear joke, gearless joke.
Yeah, Megalobox.
Megalobox, yeah. There's a sequel supposed to come out, right?
Second season, yeah.
Is it not on now, or is it finished?
I don't know.
The second season, it's on now.
No. I'm already watching that, so yeah.
Okay, that was okay. The first season was okay.
It's okay, yeah.
There was no Hajime.
Yeah, it was no Hajime, not close.
Hajime is top. Is top.
I'm still
man.
reading
Top.
Hajime right
It's
now,
top.
so I'm
you
still
serious?
reading it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, cool.
Still.
I just rewatch when I feel like I'm like,
I-
man, it's too much.
I know
It's
that
very well
you,
done.
I know that you
Very
guys
well
will
done.
never read it because I don't think you read it and I don't think you ever read it. So let me just tell you, Ippo retires.
I don't plan to.
Ito is retired at the moment.
Oh, is he?
He lost twice or 3 times.
I think I remember you telling me he was losing. He kept losing.
But I think they might be trying to build the story into him coming back. But I don't think they're not mentioning it at all. Though. It's like he has given up on boxing because now he's a trainer. So he doesn't box anymore.
Wow.
I was going to say, I would rather he train than die in the ring. I don't want him to die.
He's training. But funny enough, as he's training, he is still
rediscovering his love.
He's not discovering any love. He's still doing like all his normal, he's still wearing weights on this thing, dude. And he still moves like pretty quick. So even when he gets into the ring, like to maybe help somebody or spouse, like he's moving. And Takamura is highly disappointed in Ippo because Takamura even abused, like say, you've left me on my own. I'm on my own here, like, and I'm going to, there's that whole dynamic of Takamura, like, kind of not pushing him away, but kind of like saying, you were meant to be with me here, and I'm on my own here.
He used to say that,
like, that kind of thing. Yeah, you lost a couple of times, but
But why?
I'm not looking at you. Like Takamura probably tried a little bit to try, but then he said, you know what? I can see you. The light is gone from your eyes, so I've moved on. So there are moments where the light sparks and then leaves. And then one more thing, the tiger guy, Sendo, is now the one that is Sendo is the one that is going to fight the main guy in their division.
In their weight class.
That's Mexican guy, whatever his name is.
That guy, I remember the guy.
I remember. Fight him.
Sendo
beat the second in command, who is the guy that destroyed Ippo.
So basically, Sendo is at the moment better than Ippo because
at the moment, but I think Sendo and Ippo, because Ippo flew to Mexico to like watch Sendo's fight, and then I think he even sparred with or something, and Sendo was wondering like, why did this guy even? Because he's like Ippo would have beaten him.
Yeah.
So I think Ippo's problem was a mental problem.
Mental problem, not
a physical problem. He mentally could not surpass a level. So it's not like he's stronger than level. Okay. So that's just a spoiler for you guys.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, so that's the end of our riders. So we've thank you once again for coming through.
Amazing.
Kekes, and we've had fun, and we're definitely
it's been really fun. This
first time we're going to have 3 riders, so we'll find a way to make it nice.
Find a way to do it, because we haven't done that before, so we'll figure it out. But it's been really fun, because we could sleep here. This is probably gonna be a relatively long one, but
Well, guys, I believe you're going to enjoy it. I don't think it's not even up to 2 hours, so you're going to enjoy it. So funny enough, it's not. Yeah. So guys, you're going to love this. And we're definitely going to bring Kekes back for another episode. Definitely.
I'm very keen, guys. And everyone listening out there, rate, like, subscribe, Anime and Opposites, please.
Thank you.
See you guys.
See you.
Bye.
See you guys. Bye.